Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me. I'm Cheryl. This is Your Journey Yoga. Today, I invite you to take care of your back. So if you have chosen this video, one, you either have some issues with your back that you deal with on a daily basis, or perhaps this is a new journey for you where you're just not feeling great and the back's talking to you more than normal. Either way, my friends, this is a gentle, wonderful session on helping to get that back to a more comfortable place. So if you know anything about me, that's how I ended up here with yoga in my life, and changing my life is through back injuries. So I am a huge proponent of yoga and the benefits of stretching every day, mindful movement and mobility. So we're in this together, guys. I deal with it on a regular basis. So yoga is one of the things that allows me to continue to do other activities in my life and live my life virtually pain-free. I'm not going to say always. There are those days. So you guys, you're in good company, and I promise I get it. We can get through this. So just be nice. Listen to your body. That's the biggest thing I can say. If there is anything that aggravates your back, stop immediately. Core strength is going to be your best friend, okay? So really engaging those core muscles, getting those core muscles strong to help support your back, all right? So as we move through our practice today, if something doesn't feel good to you, yep, you can fast forward it. You can just hold on and chill out in child's pose, or if there's another place that feels good to you, hang out there and then join again when you're ready, okay? If you would be so kind, I would love it if you'd subscribe to my channel. Tons and tons of videos to choose from. I hope you love them all. Feedback is always appreciated, you guys. So let's get going. All right, so remember, gentle and kind. That's where we want to be for that back. So first of all, I want you to sit up as tall as you can sit. So be mindful of your posture. Oftentimes, every day in life, we're being pulled forward, right? We work on the computer, we're looking at our phones, we're driving, we're sitting on the couch, we're kind of slumped over. Even in your walking position, there is a normal position of pulling you forward. So gravity is working towards pulling you forward. We want to make sure that that spine stays nice and tall, those shoulders stay relaxed, ears are over the shoulders, shoulders are over the hips. Breathe. And we're going to roll those shoulders up and back, letting those shoulders slide down and away. Do that again. Big shoulder roll. Open up that chest. Shoulders slide down and away. We're going to inhale and reach to the sky. Turn your palms to face front. Spread your fingers. And as you exhale, pull those elbows back. Open the chest. Breathe. Inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, pull. Open the chest. 2 more times. Inhale, reach. And exhale, pull. Inhale, reach, and exhale, pull. So activating that upper back. Inhale, reach, and pull those hands through heart center, supporting with your hands. Just walk it forward. So you can have a bolster underneath your bum, a pillow, a blanket, whatever you need. And we're just going to walk ourselves forward to the point where you feel a gentle pull, a gentle stretch, possibly a dull ache, but no pain. And just let gravity do that gentle pull all the way down. Elbows can stay softly bent. You can support with the weight as much as you need to with those hands. If it feels good to you, yeah, you can start to extend those arms. You can have a block, a bolster, a pillow underneath your forehead to support some of the body weight if having that body weight pulling you forward is uncomfortable beyond a good stretch. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands out to the right. And we're going to reach with those left fingertips just as far as you can reach and relax the weight of the upper body down. So a nice gentle pull along that left side through the lower back. Again, we never want to go beyond a dull stretch or a hurts so good. Knowing the difference between hurts so good and hurts so bad. This is meant to be gentle, so under a 6 on the intensity scale for sure. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands back through center. Relax the weight of the upper body back down. Always love to recommend ice too. So after we finish, if you're still feeling a little bit sore, get an ice pack. Use that on your back. Inhale, lift just slightly. Walk your hands out to the left, reaching through your right fingertips. And release the weight of the upper body down. So working in all directions, lateral motions, twisting forward, back. But if there is one in particular that does not feel great to you, listen to your body. Don't do it. We're not trying to irritate more. We're trying to let go of some of that irritation. We lift and walk back through to center, and once again, forward fold as much as feels good to you. And just notice as you check in, is it starting to lessen? That intensity, is your range of motion starting to improve? Those big, full, deep breaths, sending the message to your body, it's okay. Quieting the fascia, quieting the muscles, loosening and letting go. Slowly start to walk your hands back up, always supporting, keeping that core strong. Inhale, reach to the sky. And as you exhale, release your hands down. We're going to take that left hand and we're going to cross it to the right knee. Lift through the crown of the head. So lengthen before you start to twist. Pull that right hand around behind you and gently twist. So we always want to make sure that we create space between those vertebrae before we twist. Using the strength of that left hand to pull. A little tuck of your chin down towards that right collarbone if that feels okay. Big, full, deep breaths. Now, ever so gently, begin to release that rotation. Coming back to center, release that left hand to the outside, right hand crosses to the left knee. Sit up as tall as you can sit. Shift that left hand behind you, prop yourself up, and then slowly pull with that right hand as you rotate, taking your gaze out over that back shoulder. So again, gentle, right? Gentle and kind. A little tuck of your chin down towards your left collarbone. Feeling that really nice stretch, at least I am, through that right side, through my neck and into the shoulder. Lifting your gaze and slowly releasing that rotation. Bring both hands to the outsides of the hips. Sit up nice and tall. Press those palms towards the earth and a gentle tuck of your chin down towards your chest. So as we tip the chin down, you might notice this pull starting at the base of your head all the way down your spine. Again, the fascia, guys, it's that soft tissue that can sometimes get bound up with dehydration, injuries, overuse. And it's our job to really work to help release those entanglements, to let that fascia move just smoothly over the muscles, over the ligaments, the tendons. Inhale, head up nice and tall. And as you exhale, lean your head to the right. So yes, we're working the back, right? All the way down the spine. So starting at the base of the head. And we get those lateral movements, we get the twists, we get the forward and back. Inhale, head up nice and tall. And exhale, lean the head to the left. Ear over the shoulder so your face is still facing front. Palms are still pressing down towards the earth. We relax through the jaw. Inhale, head up nice and tall. Let's come forward and up onto all fours to a tabletop position. Hands are shoulder width apart, knees are hip width apart. Draw that belly button in and up. How do we feel here? So if you relax through your belly, you're going to have this automatic arch of your back. That might not be the very best place. Again, we're really working to keep those core muscles strong and engaged to lengthen that spine. Now, keeping that core engaged as you inhale, slowly lower your belly towards the mat. That doesn't mean let your belly fall. That means slowly lower it mindfully as you lift your gaze and your sit bones to the sky. This is cow pose. As you exhale, hollow the tummy and chest, slowly lifting the spine, tucking your chin. So slow and steady, articulating those vertebrae one at a time. Inhaling it back down to cow, keeping the core engaged. Don't let that belly relax. And exhale it to cat. There's this tendency, this want to let go at that lowest part of your cow and let the belly be heavy. Don't let it be heavy. One more time, each direction, slow and steady. And slowly lift the spine, hollowing the tummy and chest to that angry cat. And coming back to neutral. Now your job is to keep that pelvis in line, to keep it from shifting. Take a big breath in and extend. Left arm and right leg. Toes stay connected, fingertips stay connected, and pull it back in. You're not moving anything but the arm and leg. Other side, right arm and left leg. And pull it in. One more time, just like that. How does your back feel? How's the core? Can you tell it's engaged? Stay with this for 2 more or extend and lengthen, and we're not arching the back. We're staying long and release. Other side, long and release. Belly button stays drawn in. One more time each side. You can keep the hand and the foot connected to the earth or lifting. Last one. And release it down. And let's sit it back to child's pose. Extend those arms out nice and long. Checking in. Okay, so you can have a blanket, a pillow, a bolster between your bottom and your heels. Arms can be extended, or you're welcome to stack your hands. Sometimes as those arms are extended, that can kind of pull, creating an uncomfortable position. So really listen to your body, to your breath. So a little more lateral motion here. If you need to stay right here, please do. If you want to join me for that lateral motion, we're going to lift just slightly and walk our hands to the left, reaching through your right fingertips, and press your hips to the right as you release the weight of the upper body down. Long stretch all the way down that right side. Breathing so important, using those exhales to let go. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands back through center. And now over to the right. So we're supporting with the weight of the hands. We're not just trying to manage it with the back. And then press those hips to the left. Release the weight of the upper body down. That long lateral stretch down that left side. Inhale, lift just slightly. Walk your hands back through to center. And breathe. Take your time, and as you're ready, walk your hands up, come over onto a hip, sweep your feet around, and slide on down towards the top of your mat. Legs are out long, flex your feet. We're going to check in. How are those hamstrings? So if you have super tight hamstrings, I would recommend sitting up on a bolster or a pillow or a blanket that's been folded. Those tight hamstrings, guys, can sometimes influence that tight back. So sitting up nice and tall in our staff pose, I want you to just focus on those hamstrings, pulling those toes back. Breathe. And gently release. Feel that intensity release a bit. Keep that length in the spine. Keep that belly button drawn in. And we pull those toes back. And a soft release. Walk your hands forward. Lengthening through the crown of the head. Working to keep a nice flat back. Slowly lowering the upper body down. So by lifting those hips, that gives us a little bit of a modification, but it's still fairly intense. You can also slide a rolled up pillow or towel underneath your knees, using a rolled bolster if you like. So with that bent knee, that shortens the muscle a little bit and allows for a little bit more stretch. Great modification. If you're like, I don't have any of those things, it's okay. A slight bend in your knees, just don't force things to happen. Again, we're staying below a 6 on the intensity scale. Ever so slowly start at your tailbone and roll it up. Just let your hands slide up your legs till you sit up nice and tall. And I invite you to find a safe way to come down onto your back. You can pull a knee in, you can pull both knees in, you can rock to your side and come down. So whatever feels good to you. And we're going to pull that right knee in. If that's a little too intense for your lower back, bend that left knee. If you've got a bolster underneath your bum, go ahead and set that off to the side so we're flat on the back, on the floor. And we're just going to pull that right knee in. If it feels good to you, keep that left leg long. That just gives a great stretch down the front of that left leg. Breathe. Close your eyes. Now we're going to release that left arm and extend it out to a T. Right hand is going to gently pull that right knee up and out at a diagonal line, kind of up towards your armpit. Left hip, left side of your pelvis is staying level. So we're not rolling over to that right hip, but rather keeping both sit bones against the earth. And bring that right knee back to center. Extending that right arm out to a T, left hand to the outside of the right knee, and a gentle pull across. Now you can set a bolster on your left side, so as you pull the leg across, you can actually rest that right knee on the bolster if you like, or no bolster, just continue to pull that knee till a gentle stretch all through that right side, turning and taking your gaze out over that right arm. Close your eyes and breathe. So we want this to feel super good. Okay, so if there is pain involved, guys, don't go quite so deep. Just a gentle pull. We're going to keep the knee up a little bit more, okay? So it's just working on that range and allowing gravity to do the work rather than you muscling it and forcing things to happen. We just want to surrender into this stretch. And this gentle, mindful movement, guys. Nope, you're not going to get your heart rate up, really. You might sweat because stretching can be very challenging. But really, we want it to be gentle, gentle, gentle. This is for those days where you're like, oh man, this could be a really lousy day if I don't take care of things. Or if you just need some little TLC time. Low key, maybe you're coming off of an illness, an injury. Nothing wrong with slowing things down, ever. Slowly release it back. Gently place that right foot to the mat and just slide it on out. Now, if you want to keep that knee bent, just keep the knee bent, and we're going to pull that left knee in. So if you pull that left knee in and you're like, wow, that's really pulling on my back, pull that right knee in. And again, no bolster underneath us. We don't want to arch the back, just a nice flat back. If that leg is long, how does that front of that right leg feel through those hip flexors, your quadricep? We extend that right arm out to a T, pulling that left arm, using the left hand to pull that left knee up and out just a little bit, stretching through the groin. And again, we're working to keep that pelvis level. There's this tendency to kind of roll off to the side a little bit. So you get this added bonus of working your obliques as you work to keep those hips level, that pelvis level. Arm is just out to a T, out of the way. What do you feel? Where? Gently releasing, pulling it back to center, extending your left arm out to a T, right hand to the outside of the left knee, and gently pull your leg across. And again, you can have a bolster right here so that that knee can rest and you can literally just relax, or you can just gently pull if your body is ready, allowing gravity to do the work. And that left shoulder, is it still connected to the earth or has it pulled off? Really working to open the chest and perhaps take your gaze out over that left arm. Eyes closed, jaw soft, breath slow and steady. Using those big exhales to clear away tightness and tension. Visualize those entanglements of fascia just gently releasing, untangling, coming back to that smooth surface so that it can just gently glide past each other rather than holding on for dear life and getting all tangled up. Smooth and fluid. Making sure you're staying hydrated. You're limiting the sugar you're taking in. That's an inflammatory substance, so we really want to keep that inflammation down. We just do our best to make the best decisions, right? Every day. Releasing that right hand slowly, we roll it back to center. We're going to place that right foot to the mat. Left foot to the mat, and then pull that right foot in right next to it. Hands come down by your sides, tipping the pelvis so that the small of the back presses into the mat. And we're going to press through those heels and begin to lift those hips towards the sky, peeling your spine off the mat as though it were a string of pearls. One pearl at a time, lifting off of the mat. This is amazing at realigning your spine, strengthening those glutes and those hamstrings, bringing awareness to the back of the body. Ever so slowly, starting at the base of the head, traveling all the way back down the spine, one vertebra, one pearl at a time, coming back down, still keeping that pelvic tilt. As your bottom is the last to touch, go ahead and relax. And we're going to re-engage. Pelvic tilt, press the small of the back down, press through your heels. Start to lift those hips towards the sky as you peel each vertebra individually back off the mat. Knees remain right in line with those hips. And we come all the way up to our bridge pose. Should feel a warm little fuzziness going on through those buns and through those hamstrings. Coming up just as high as feels good to you. Knees remain in line with those hips. And again, starting at the top of the spine, rolling it back down, hollowing through the rib cage, through the tummy, keeping that pelvic tilt. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Back down we come. We're going to do that one more time. Go ahead and release. Re-engage, pelvic tilt, squeeze those buns, and press through your heels as you slowly begin to lift. You can close your eyes. We're coming all the way up. Oh, feel that fatigue setting in those buns if you're really squeezing. And then slowly, slowly take it back down, one vertebra at a time. And again, as your bottom, the last to touch, go ahead and relax. And we're going to open up those feet about the width of your mat. Arms are just extended out of the way, and we're going to gently rock the knees side to side, allowing for that pelvic shift just to what feels good to you. So just side to side. Nothing fast. We're controlling the movements. Just breathe. Almost there. How you doing? You feeling a little release in that lower back? A little more range of motion? I hope so. One more time each side. And knees come back towards the sky. Heel toe those feet in just once or twice. We're going to keep those feet out, turning the toes slightly into a pigeon-toed stance, and bring your knees to gently touch. Find your breath. Slow it down. And just check in. Let's heel toe those feet together and pull the knees in. Oh, just a gentle pull and a rock side to side. Checking in with how that back is doing. We come back to center, finding a safe way to come up to a seated position. So either rocking it up or rolling to your side. Coming back to easy pose, sitting up nice and tall with a big shoulder roll up and back. Shoulders slide down and away. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, pull the hands through heart center and just slowly walk your hands forward. We're just going to check in really quick. As you extend, oh, how does the back feel? Find your breath. And gently walk your hands back up with a big shoulder roll up and back. Let those shoulders slide down and away. Inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, pull your hands to heart center. And I want to say a giant thank you for joining me today. I hope this helped. I hope you feel way better. And I hope it carries you all through the rest of your day. Until the next time, my friends, light, love, and namaste.